What's going on, everybody? Hey, thanks for watching this video. I'm so happy. Do you want to know why? It's because I got my first subscriber. If you're my first subscriber, shout out to you. Yeah, we really like to take care of you. I would also like to pretend that whenever I take these orders and go in the back, I'm just going to talk about relationship Reddit. And we found a really good one, except it's kind of long. My wife, 26F, told me, 30M, to go sleep on the couch. I refused to, and now she won't talk to me. It's funny when they have to make it a question, but I shouldn't laugh about this kind of situation. Do you want me to read out all of the words, or do you just want me to tell you what happened? Because I think I can just tell you what happened while we put this in the oven here. I feel like this is the past and Pancakeria is in the future, because in Pancakeria, Tim shows up with the bananas and he looks like decked out in 70s kind of style. He looks pretty cool, and it's kind of like the future that we're in now, where people are like they're dressing like a different time period, but it's kind of cool. Like it goes with people, and I really like that. Anyways, this guy bought a car for $12,000 so that he and his daughter could fix it up together while he's still young. Maggie, thank you. But the wife is mad at him, and then he gets a lecture, and the reason is because she thinks that he's being reckless with the money. But then she has like a $300 a month gym membership and a Range Rover that she doesn't own, and she doesn't mind spending $10,000 to vacation yearly. Oh my gosh. Keep in mind, my wife doesn't work and hasn't worked in years. I drive a 14-year-old truck that's paid for, and I work out at an anytime for $20 a month isn't bad compared to a $300 gym. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't spend that much, $300 for a month, but whenever he's comparing it to his costs and then what he does, it does seem a little bit over the top. Money control is a big thing in relationships, and it's good to be like on top of your finances and stuff. For this type of thing, you have to watch out, because in some relationships, you might see it where one person kind of wants to be in control of the money for the whole family. Like if someone wants to spend their money differently, it's a big deal for one of the people in the relationship, and then that's how you end up fighting or wanting to break up because of money. I think you have to talk about this stuff beforehand. Like if you're dating, not on the first date or anything like that, but if you're dating and then you start to get a little bit serious, you gotta kind of pay attention to how the other person spends their money and how you want to spend your money. And then if it gets even more serious, you have to talk about how you want to spend your money together, even if you want to put your money together or if you don't. You know, do you want financial independence, or do you want to kind of stockpile it? I don't know. It's up to you. Later that night, my wife tells me to go to sleep on the couch, the post says, which is the first time she said that in our 4-year marriage. I refuse to leave the $5,000 bed that I paid for. Oosh. This relationship is really centered around money, it seems like. I thought telling your husband to sleep on the couch was only a TV thing. My mother never told my father to go sleep on the couch. Anyways, I slept in my bed that night. Ooh. Okay, that's another thing to bring up. I know this post is kind of about money, but do you, in your relationships, do you ever tell someone to go sleep on the couch or to sleep in separate rooms? Because I know that there are relationships now who don't even share the same bed because their sleep schedules are different, and like one person is a nurse, does a night shift, and then the other one has to wake up super early, so sleeping separately makes sense for them, and then it's actually better in the long run because they're well rested and then they don't fight with each other. What do you guys think? I feel like sleeping separately would be nice because I'm a really light sleeper. Then again, it's also nice to be with someone, so I feel like sleeping separately sometimes could be cool. And then you have like sleepovers. He slept in his own bed, and then the following morning, my wife started crying and throwing a tantrum about how I disrespected her by not leaving our room. By the way, if she wanted to sleep alone, could she sleep on the couch? Why does he have to sleep on the couch? He didn't really do anything wrong, unless that money that he spent was money that they were saving together, and then he just didn't talk to her about it. If it was his own money and not theirs, then I feel like this should not be that big of a deal if he's in control of his own money. But I don't think it actually says anything like that. I guess her mother told her about how she shouldn't let this slide. My wife says she's going to give me the silent treatment until I apologize about not sleeping on the couch when asked. At this point, it's not about the car anymore, which is why I'm standing my ground and decided not to apologize. Oh my gosh. I was just thinking as I was reading this, it doesn't seem like it's about the car anymore. It seems like it's about control. Not you. The wife in this situation was upset because he spent spent this money to do something with his daughter. And by the way, she's a stepdaughter, so I don't know if there's also some type of relationship speed bump for them, but she was already upset because he decided to spend this amount of money on a car for him to do as an activity with her. And then she's upset because he won't go sleep on the couch when she says so. So it definitely seems like there's a problem with control in this relationship, but I don't know. If you can see that, let me know. If I'm completely wrong, also let me know. Let me know if you've ever told your partner to go sleep on the couch, or if you've decided to just go sleep on the couch by yourself because you don't like the situation, because that's an interesting thing to think about. Who's telling you to go sleep on the couch, and why are you sleeping on the couch? It's been 4 days now and my wife is still upset. Oh my gosh. Is she upset because her mom told her that she shouldn't let this slide, or is she upset because she's not getting her way? Because that's something in itself, right? But also, giving someone the silent treatment is not really going to fix your problems. There is getting mad at someone and then saying, or not getting mad at someone, just like maybe having an argument or having a disagreement, and then you say flat out, I need time from this and I think I'm gonna step back and figure out how I feel. I'll get back to you on this. Saying that, oh, I'm gonna do the silent treatment until you apologize. How is that gonna fix your problems? Like, what is the real problem here? Is she upset because she didn't get her way, that he slept on the couch because he spent his money? I don't know the problem here. We're still sleeping in the same bed, and the crazy part is that she still wants to have sheesh, but after it's back to being silent. So fix it. Talk to each other. My gosh, if you can do that with someone, I mean, you gotta have some type of communication in the middle of all that, right? Maybe I'm oblivious, but what does this all mean? Maybe I just need to apologize so things return back to normal? There's a question mark. Do you believe in apologizing even if you're not in the wrong here? Like, if you were in a relationship and then things were happening like this, do you apologize just to make things go back to normal? Or would you really want to squash the problem? Because right now, it doesn't seem like the problem is that he's still sleeping in his own bed. The problem is that he doesn't just go and listen to her whenever she says, you need to go sleep on the couch. You spent too much money. So if it was this type of situation, I feel like I would not say, I'm sorry, just to make things go back to normal. I would say, what's the real problem here? Like, are you upset because I didn't listen to you and I didn't go sleep on the couch? Or are you still upset about the car? Because he was the one that said, I don't think this is about the car anymore. He's the one that said, I think this is about something else. Let's get into the comments, because I love comments. Speaking of comments, if you're still here, please go ahead and comment. Let me know if I should be talking about Papa's Pizzeria more, or if I could just get into reading these Reddits, because I feel like sometimes I want to talk about Papa's Pizzeria, but sometimes I just want to get into the posts. So what do you think? Man, I just want to know what car project costs $12,000. That's a really good question. I want to know what gym charges $300 a month. That's also a really good question. And it's from a comment. It's not mine, but I'd like to know these things. I feel like it makes sense for a certain car project to cost $12,000 if you get the right car and if you're buying the right parts. It just depends. But I feel like you have to go search for a gym that costs $300 a month. You probably have to go seek that out for yourself specifically. I don't think you just stumble into like a normal gym that you would see on the side of the road and then it charges $300 a month. If you're going to make a big purchase, you should probably consult your partner in most cases. I don't think you need her permission, but the two of you are one financial unit, so that type of stuff is important to discuss together. Yeah, I really don't think this guy mentions that the $12,000 was his or him and his wife's money. I don't know, but it says the car cost us $12,000. So if he says us, then I feel like he probably did use the wife's money, but I wonder how much of it they used, or if their finances are put all together. So no matter what he does, it ends up being half and half. I don't know. I know some people don't like dealing with financial things or reading about it. In a relationship, financial stuff is like a really big deal. And I think for some people, it's like been well researched that financial reasons are some of the breaking points in relationships. So I feel like talking about money and spending money are definitely like key points when it comes to building something strong. But in terms of this post here, it does not seem like it has to do with him spending money or him sleeping in the bed. It seems like it's just control. And I'm not just saying that because of how he wrote it, because you also have to be careful of that. Sometimes the way they write avoid it is just trying to put the other person on blast, but it really seems like it's a control issue. If you had a nickel for how many times I said control during this video, how many nickels do you have? And are you rich? Because I'm not gonna go back and count, but I'm gonna go based on what you said. This has been Papa's Pizzeria with some relationship Reddit sprinkled in. If you liked it, please go ahead and tell me if you liked it by giving it a thumbs up. Ding! And please subscribe if you feel like you want to subscribe. If you feel like you only want to subscribe even a little bit, go ahead and hit that button so I could say shout out to you the next time around. Don't forget to comment if you felt a certain way. And thank you for watching. Goodbye.